My name is Shanice, and I am the social media manager here at the African American Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for joining this month's Social Media Matters. Today, we have the amazing, terrific Jasmine Sonoda, and she's going to be dropping some knowledge for y'all today. So if you're watching now, get ready. If you're watching this after the fact and you have questions, feel free to DM us and reach out to us. All right, Jasmine, I'm going to pass the plate to you.
Yay! Okay, so everyone, good morning, or from where I am in Japan, good night, good evening. So I am the CEO and founder of Sonoda Styling, and we do web design and marketing and social media and all that fun stuff. So today, I will talk about one of the services that we offer and something that I think everybody should have, which is YouTube for business. And a lot of people don't think about YouTube as a platform for business, especially small businesses. But when you think about it, YouTube is one of those platforms that everybody knows about. So why wouldn't you want to use it for your business? So I put together a nice little presentation for everybody to know the Styling presents the benefits of using YouTube for business. So what is YouTube? Obviously, you've heard of it, but for those of you who aren't as tech savvy or don't use the internet that much, YouTube is a video sharing and social media platform owned and operated by Google, and it is the second most visited website on the internet after Google itself, meaning even more than Facebook, even more than Instagram, or even TikTok, there are more people on YouTube than any other social media platform at this time. So, because of that, I will give you 4 reasons why you should be using YouTube, how to use YouTube, what to avoid when on YouTube, and how to get started with YouTube. So I hope you got your pens and papers ready because this is a lot. So let's start. So number 1, why you should be using YouTube. First of all, it's free. It's free to use. You can make an account. You can have an ads account. You can have a personal account, a business account. However many accounts you want to have, it's all free. And though they say you have to spend money to make money, with YouTube, that's not necessarily true. There are many ways to make money from YouTube without having to spend any money, such as, like I said, making an account or having a membership with YouTube for business is free. Anytime you upload a video or ad to YouTube, it's free. Going live on YouTube is also free. So if you're doing a live event, if you're out doing a charity thing, or if you're doing like a challenge and you want to upload it for everybody to see, the hashtagging it's free. You can collaborate with other creators, other businesses, other nonprofits for free, essentially. It can be free unless they charge you. Advertising also can be free. You can advertise through Google Ads, or you can advertise through your own personal account, free. And all of these combined together is the fastest way to go global for free. Because, like I said, YouTube is the most used social media platform on the internet. So everywhere around the world, somebody is going to see your video eventually, especially if you can go viral. Then that's the best form of free advertisement right there. It's just free. So everybody loves free, so why not? Next, you can earn money through views. So the more videos you upload, the more money you can make through Google AdSense. So the way that Google AdSense works is it's a program that Google uses based on the number of views that you get monetization. So as you see here, these little buttons, you have the silver button all the way up to the custom button, depending on how many people subscribe to your YouTube channel. So the more videos you make, the more chances that somebody's going to see the video, share the video, like the video, tell more people about your ads, your business, all that kind of stuff. And then there are other ways that you can make money through the views without having to spend money, such as affiliate links. So if you partner up with other places or other businesses or other content creators and link together with them, like put their in the description their links, that's a way to do it. You could get sponsors by an even bigger project or company or nonprofit to make something with them or for them. That also is a way. Selling merch and products digitally through your videos is also a way, as well as offering services. So, I mean, the possibilities are pretty much endless. You don't even have to make videos per se. Like, it doesn't have to be anything fancy or crazy. You can just put together something. And the best way to do it is to find your niche audience and make sure that that video, that ad is getting to them, which there are ways through YouTube to do so, through the account, to make sure that the people you want to target are seeing your videos. So it's a no-brainer, I'm telling you. It's a good idea to start. So let's go on. So next, like I was saying, you would have a global audience with over 95% of the internet using YouTube. That's 91 countries and 80 different languages. That means even if you are only putting out English content, most of the speaking world does speak English. But if you do have, a staff or a team that can do multiple videos in multiple languages, I mean, that's really going to boost your views, because sometimes if you see an ad and you're like, what is this? If you don't understand the language or something. But even if you don't, if it captures your attention, that's just a view count for whoever made the video. And your audience is already there. So regardless of whether you think someone's going to see it or not, it's eventually going to get to someone, because someone will see it. Someone will say, oh, I think so-and-so would like this video. Share it, and then they'll share it, and then it's a snowball effect. But anyway, so the main point is to make engaging videos to attract those audiences. You know what product and service you have. You know what your target audience is. So you have to appeal, just like you would with the product, with the advertisement on the video. And as they say, the largest group using YouTube right now is between 15 years old and 35 years old. So that's a really big market of money makers and money spenders, especially nowadays with a lot of the younger generation being on YouTube and TikTok, making a lot of their money being social influencers. They're using the platforms that they're also making money from. So anything that they see on there, or like they have a challenge or something that you might want to get involved into, that's your golden ticket, is to target to them. Now, if your target market is, the order crowd, like above 35 or 40, that's okay. I mean, my mom watches YouTube. Hi, Mom. She's, above 35. So, they're there. Even if you don't think they are. Or you never know who's watching YouTube with their grandkids and an ad pops up. Or if they're just flipping through, or typing through or scrolling through another website and a YouTube platform video pops up on another website. It's there. Trust me, it's there. So take note. So next, last, sales. More sales equals more money. We all as humans are consumers, and consumers are visual by nature. And as we know from all the holiday sales, sports events, Super Bowl, all that, the more flashy and exciting your commercial is, the longer people are going to watch it. And when you have an exciting and crazy kind of video, it gets more attention. But the real goal when you have a small business on YouTube is to get the audience to relate to you and the story you're trying to tell in your product. So you want to ultimately, when you think of how am I going to make a YouTube video or an ad in general for said product or for said service. What are you trying to sell? What are you trying to provide? What problem are you trying to fix for your customer or your consumer? Tell that story. Why did you start this? Why did you make this? Why are you selling this? You want to relate to them, invoke feeling from them. Tell them why they should choose you over somebody else. And I am a perfect example of this. When I see something that I can relate to, especially being a new mom, if I see something scrolling on Instagram or watching ads through YouTube, and I'll say, oh, I think my son could use this, or I could use this as a mom, and, I'm more likely to buy it because it's targeted towards me and I have that feeling for it. So you want, ultimately, your main goal, not to just stop at the purchase. You want them to advocate for your brand. You want them to be loyal customers, repeat conversions. The getting the first sale is great, but you want them to continue to come back to use your products and services, which is more sales, which for you is more money, right? So next, how to use YouTube. Now, it sounds all easy and great to just say, oh, just make a video and upload it, and then you're done. Which, in a sense, that is how YouTube works. But of course, there are formulas to these things. So, like I said, you want to make an engaging video, an engaging ad. You only have 5 seconds to get the attention of someone scrolling through any sort of social media platform. A lot of us are go type of people. Not many of us have time to just sit there and watch a whole 30-second or 1-minute ad. I personally know that I usually skip a lot if I'm in the middle of watching something and an ad pops up in the middle, unless it catches my attention. And then I'm like, maybe I could buy that, or maybe I'll look into that after and open a new tab. That's what you want. You want them to pause what they're watching and open a new tab, or directly click on your ad in the middle of watching something else. So these are the things that I think you should have in the ad within the first 5 seconds. You want to tell them your business or your product name, because of course you can have like the little waves on the beach and this nice music, but a lot of people will say, what is this for? They want to know what they're being shown, what will they get out of it, and then ultimately, how can they get it? If you have an ad and nobody knows what your company business name is or the project is or how to contact you, and it's just a video, and they'll forget about it, and then you've wasted all that time making it and paying for it and advertising it. So don't forget, 5 seconds, business name, product name, why are you showing this ad, what can they get from the ad, and how can they purchase it or contact you for the product or service. So let's take a look at a short little YouTube ad that I made and see if we have all those things in there or not. You tell me. So let's check. I hope you can hear this on my computer. I'll turn on my mic. Okay, I'm going to play it again. Oh, not again. Just 2 times. Oh, wait, go back. Okay. So, hold on. Let me slow down. Okay, so you saw my ad. So, let's look at it in depth. So here's what I think the ad did right. It was short. The ad was only about 10 seconds long. It had some music in it. There was a lot of swiping, animations, all that good stuff. The message was clear, the special that we have going on right now, what can you get from it? But here's what I didn't have in there, if you notice. I didn't have any contact information in there. So people would say, oh, we could get these services from Snow Selling, and then you lost them because how could they contact us? How could they get these services? And then there was no stipulations to redeem the offer. I said you could have an offer. Well, how do I do it? Is there any extra things I have to do for it? And then while it is good that my ad was only 10 seconds, meaning most people usually watch it from start to finish because it was only 10 seconds, on YouTube, those are considered shorts. So a YouTube short is kind of like a Instagram reel or a TikTok story. They're very short, very quick, to the point. But on YouTube, most videos are longer than a minute and 15 seconds. So this wouldn't be considered something that would pop up on somebody's search bar. It would only be in the short section. So even if you are making shorter videos, you still want to make a little bit of a longer one, so when people are searching in YouTube, that it'll pop up on the actual list, or maybe even up on the home page, considering, what other videos they have been watching on the algorithm. Just a note, we'll come back to this one. So number 2, you want to link your videos to your website. The best way to get a lot more views and a lot more traction is to get found on Google. And then luckily, YouTube is part of Google. So you boost your business chances of appearing in the search results when your YouTube videos are linked to your website or to another website. So whenever you make a video or an ad, you can have it linked in a separate section on the home page if there's a special or a holiday going on. Because like most businesses, Google appreciates when businesses use their products together. So if you are using YouTube as a platform for advertising or just videos in general, it's more likely to pop up on the Google search because it's YouTube. Whereas if you just uploaded a video directly from your computer to your website, most of the time Google won't look at those. They'll usually look more for the ones that's using their actual services. And that's the goal. The goal is you want to get people to get to your website. Even if you do just upload directly to YouTube, you want to take them somewhere, take them to where they can get the product, the service, to learn more about how to contact you, all that other stuff. Clicks equals views, views equals conversions, conversions equals sales, equals money. Okay? So next, followers. You want to use followers as a means of advertising. Those buttons aren't just for show. Share, like, follow, comment, notification bell. The more engagement you have, the more conversions you'll ultimately get. Because people usually buy through word of mouth. And when people are sharing and liking and commenting and telling other people about your service or your product, that's free advertising. That's the key to this whole thing. It's free advertising. The more people you get to advocate for your service or for your product, the better off you will be in the long run, because people trust what other people say. If they have a good experience with your product or a good experience with your brand, they'll tell people they know, and it snowballs effect. You see the theme here I'm going for? The snowball effect? The more that it gets together, the better that it'll be. So you want to get those personal touches in the videos, in the ads, to get people to bond emotionally with your brand, with your product. So let's think of your own recent example of your own customer journey. So, for example, the customer journey, if you know about it, if not, I'm in here to tell you about it. So, for example, I recently just bought a new blender, and I saw all of these advertisements for it on Facebook and Instagram. a while now. So I was aware that the product existed. And it wasn't until I saw some reviews from people that I knew that I considered maybe I would want to buy this blender. So I went on their website, I checked it out, and I saw something that I liked in the product, so I decided to buy it. So I purchased. So I went from knowing about the product or service existing to actually purchasing it, which is great. But like I said, the purchase or them starting your service is not where it ends. You still keep going. So after they purchase, you want to know how did they like it, get their feedback, telling everybody about it, signing them up for loyalty programs, getting them into signing up for newsletters, because you don't want them to just be a one-time purchase. You want them to come back and tell other people about you as well. And that's when a purchase becomes an advocate. When they buy something, they like something, they tell someone about it, and that person buys it, likes it, tells someone. You see what I'm saying here? It just keeps going. So your main point is to have a group of advocates, not just a group of purchasers. Because a one-time purchase is great in the short term, but in the long term for a business to be successful, in my personal opinion, is to have a group, a loyal group of followers, a loyal group of advocates who believe in your product, who enjoy your product, your service, and ultimately your brand and your business, to tell other people about it and why they should choose you over somebody else. You want to see here? So, let's move on. What to avoid on YouTube. Now, YouTube is a tricky platform because it is videos, and you have to be very careful considering anyone can make an account, including children. So you have to be careful on what kind of video, what kind of story, what kind of message you're trying to tell. We would hope that most parents would watch their children on the internet, but unfortunately, not all of them do. So you want to make sure you follow the rules. I can't stress this enough because there have been many instances that I know of personally from people who have gotten their accounts disabled or gotten banned from using the platform because of what we may consider silly reasons, but because of all of the different countries and their rules and children and all sorts of stuff. Legalities, let's put it that way. So I know there's a lot of content, but you want to make sure that you actually do read the community guidelines. I know a lot of people, when they say see the terms and conditions when making an account, they just scroll and they just click the button, like, okay, whatever. But it's very easy for someone to say, oh my God, they're copying my stuff, and they'll report it to Google, and then Google will say, oh, you're copying their stuff. And you're like, wait, what? I didn't do that. But if you have to check out your competitors, check out like niche creators to make sure, and even if it is on accident, you still have to make sure that you aren't making something too similar to somebody else, because it's very easy for us in the same industry to kind of blend together in a sense, especially if you're in a saturated market like a restaurant or something like that, or a salon. A lot of the advertisements and products look the same. They might use the same ingredient or something. You just want to be careful to make sure that you have something unique, and make sure that when you do research other competitors, that even if you like their idea, try to make something that's not too similar to what they're doing, because people they'll come for you. I'll just say it like that. They will come for you. So that's just something that I recommend, is that everybody do their homework when you do start to do advertisements, especially video advertisement. Make sure if you're using music that it's not something that could be copywritten. Use like generic music. If you want to use like a popular song that's on the radio right now, be very careful about that as well. Or use very, very short snippet of it so that it's not like too long to where they can strike your account for using unauthorized music or unauthorized like video background, like something like that. So just be careful. I don't want anyone to get in trouble. I just want to tell the pros and the cons of using YouTube, but just make sure that you're doing all right. So next, you don't want to overcomplicate your ad. The worst thing you could do is create an ad and either someone will skip your ad or they'll watch the ad and they'll say, what was that even about? Because I've had that happen a couple of times where I would watch maybe like a shampoo commercial or something and it's like, that was for shampoo. So you want to make sure that they know what you're selling or what service you're providing, what your company name is, and you don't want them to think, oh, that reminds me of a different service or a different product. You want to keep them focused on you. The ultimate goal is to get the viewer to remember your ad or to even love your ad enough that they share it with somebody else. Like, oh, that was so funny. So-and-so needs to see this. Or, ooh, that looks really good. I want to eat there. Maybe we should go here on our next brunch or something like that. So keep it simple, keep it sweet, keep it fun. You know, don't make it too complicated, not too many words, not too many flashes, something like that. And next, timing. When you post on YouTube, kind of like when you post on any other social media platform, you want to stick to a regular schedule. You don't want to post too much because then you'll clutter up subscribers' feeds and most people will just either hide you or just unsubscribe altogether, and that's not what we want. But you also don't want to post too few videos because then people will forget about you, and that's also not what you want. So you kind of got to check, how often do you think your audience or your niche will be online? How often would they be searching for said service or said product or said type of food or anything like that? And then I personally say that maybe 2 to 4 times a week is a sweet spot for newer accounts because that's still enough times to where you'll pop up if somebody's going on every day or even just once a week. They'll still be able to see you within the first spot instead of having to scroll all the way down to the bottom because not everyone is on their phone or even their computer long enough to scroll all the way to the bottom where you were last week, the last time you posted. I'm guilty of this too myself, but just as a heads up. So I would say 2 to 4 times a week, even if you only post once or twice on your other social medias like Facebook or Twitter or anything like that. The video portion of it, I think, is more important because it's more engaging for the customer or the client. And you want to keep them engaged. You want to keep them to remember you, to come back to you, right? So next, how to get started. Now, of course, you could just create an account and start uploading videos. That's fine. But you also want to make sure you have a system in place. What kind of videos do you want to make? How long do you want to make them? Do you want all the bells and whistles and fanciness, dancers and confetti? Or do you just want a simple, this is what we are and this is what we do? Either is fine. I don't think there is a right or wrong way to start a YouTube channel. The best thing I think you could do is link it to your other social media accounts and websites. Tell your followers that you already have or the people who are already visiting your website that you have a new account. that's the best way to get subscribers immediately. And when you make your videos, make sure that you know about your competition, what you're trying to achieve. And you want to start off maybe with some promotions, incentives, special offers. Subscribe to us on YouTube and get 10% off, or like and comment and share, and something like that. Usually would work, especially if you're doing like newsletters for the YouTube channel or new ads or something. You want people to see it. So you want to give them a reason to go to your YouTube, because most people don't just subscribe or follow just unless they already are loyal customers to you. But for the new people, give them a reason to. And then stick to a routine. Upload 2 to 4 times a week. Be straightforward in your ads and have fun with it. I mean, YouTube, it can be a spiraling place because you can get lost in it. I myself have spent hours upon hours making videos all the time. Sometimes just to not even post them at all. But the more that you do it, the better that you will get at it. And if you're like, I don't have time to do all of that, amazing, that's what you have other services for, like us, to do it for you. So I would start with those 4 easy steps. Just make the account, start making the videos and advertisements, get those people to follow you, send out some promotions, some incentives, some offers for the followers and the ads, and just have fun with it. Come up with creative ideas. You can even ask your followers, hey, what kind of ad do you think we should create next? Give us your ideas. Get the people involved, and that'll even create more reason for them to share, because they may know someone, oh, I think somebody will have a great idea to come up with like a way to draw something for you, or make a cute little clip, or write a little note or a tune for your next jingle, or something like that. You know, all that good stuff. And I feel like we're rambling for a long time. But anyways, in conclusion, whether you are a beginner to video creation or even veteran, I feel like YouTube is a great platform for anyone to start off with or to continue with. And you don't have to spend much of your advertising budget, if at all. Like I said, you can start off just doing all of the free things, partnering with people, just uploading by yourself, not just for viewing. You can make some easy money off of YouTube that a lot of other platforms would not allow you to do. So those are why I think you should keep YouTube for Business in mind and give it a try and let me know. I'll follow you. Send me, here's my card. Send me your links. I'll look. I'll give you some tips, show you what you can do, not do, all that good stuff. And check us out as well if you need any help. We're always here to help, even though we're on the other side of the world. I'm always here to help. And that's the end of my presentation, but if people have questions, I'm always here to answer. So you can ask me now, or my email's there. You can always email me later. Anything like that. Yeah. I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, I think you're doing great. Awesome.
But yeah, so but
Thank
that's
you
it.
so much. Thank you so much, Jasmine. That was so much incredible content. And I know that for some folks, feel free to rewatch the video and kind of really break it down to really make sure you are absorbing this really critical information, because she is spitting straight facts here, y'all. So I'm kind of looking at both our Facebook Live and in our chat. I'm not seeing any questions. People, if you do have questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. But Jasmine, I wanted to ask, are you running any like special promotions or anything right now?
I am. It's actually our 1-year anniversary. Yay! For Sonota Styling. So we are doing 2 offers right now for any client that signs up a new contract in the month of October, you can get 10% off your new website design or redesign, or we're offering 1 month free of marketing services. So you can contact me for more details on how to get those, but we can start your YouTube channel. So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, first off, happy 1-year anniversary. That is so amazing.
Yay!
Jasmine is also a small business herself. Her story is actually quite incredible. So if you guys are interested, please feel free to reach out to her, ask her all of the questions. Please utilize her as a resource. I'm looking in the chats and it looks like there are no questions. So I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out on this virtual platform. It's so hard to even roll out of bed and turn on that Zoom. So I really appreciate it for everybody. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. And Jasmine, I hope you have a great and restful night.
I am. I'm going to go hop in bed.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Take care.
See you.